Referee blows his whistle. Get other sponsors on the way as we go along. We are underway in Somerset as the kickoff is taken all the way down to 5-yard line, and on a bounce will be taken up the middle to the 25, 30, and nearly breaking it to the 32-yard line. That's a pretty nice start for Taj Hyman. Yeah. Remember, he's that speedster we've been talking about, and he's able to get a nice return on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, look.
It'll be 1st and 10. And it looks like we're going to have a modified eye to start things off. Again, the ball at the 32-yard line. Here's a handoff. It looks like McQuella. He'll cross 35, 40, and maybe near the first down marker.
It's going to be just short.
Yeah, just a little bit short. Brought down nicely by the senior, Michael Antone, as he might be running to Princeton.
Yeah, and he showed some power there, running through those tackles.
Modified eye again. They'll go 3 wide slot left. 2nd and a yard. This one's a delayed handle. That's going to be a first down to the 45-yard line, and that is DeJohn Thomas, the junior, who's able to move the 6 for a gain of 4.
Yeah, and this is exactly how you want to come out, right? Franklin's moving the ball on the ground. The clock's running.
Those of you who follow this football program very closely, this is very similar to opening Piscataway driving earlier in the season. Here's Hyman on a toss left, who's going to break out to midfield and maybe even to the 49-yard line. Yep. Nice run there for a gain of 6. So Franklin's running the ball. Like I said, they did this against
Piscataway. Don't turn over the ball. Don't get flags. They'll be fine. And they're showing that right now with a 2nd and 4 here from the 49 of Old Bridge.
4 receivers here as it's going to be a pass now for Gordon. And a pass goes over the head and incomplete. That was intended for Deshaun Parks-Clark. Hyman was in the vicinity as well, but I forgot to mention the senior Kevon Gordon, number 5. He's the one that is opening this game. And his first pass ends up going incomplete. They test.
That's right.
We've all been through it. 3rd and 4. At the Old Bridge 49-yard line, there'll be a shotgun formation, 3 wide slot right. Gordon will take the snap and call his number, and quickly gets to about the 46. He's a yard shy. He's a yard shy, a 3-yard pickup. That was almost faster than Dak Prescott when he was calling his number, trying to do his quarterback draw. But are they going to go for it on 4th and short? And line up and punt formation, but they're going to go very heavy. Receiver on the left. They might do a quarterback sneak. We'll see. 4th and a yard, they decide to go for it. Or are they going to try and draw them offside?
Hard count.
Actually, they are not. So it's going to be a timeout for Franklin, their first of the half. So we're going to stay right here. And because you want to try and pin them deep in their own territory, if you do it inside the 20, you've done your job. Let's see if the punt works. They get a snap. They're going to come a little bit. And the punt's off the side of his foot. It will go inside the 20 and roll and roll and roll to about the 12-yard, maybe the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the 11.
So it might actually be a 34-yard punt. Now we're back here in Franklin. We're going to see how things line up here for the Old Bridge Knights, unbeaten on the season, starting from their 12, 1st and 10. They have a man in motion. And here's a handoff up the middle, and okay, a nice hole, 25, 27-yard line.
Yeah, it looks
is
like
the run Owen Honey, but we do have a flag.
It's going to be holding offense.
That's what it usually is when when it's in the offensive line, and that's exactly right. So it's half the distance from the spot of the infraction. So that's big for Franklin right there, because now Old Bridge is going to be 1st and again, man in motion here, 1st and 13. And they're going to hand this off up the middle to about the 11-yard line. That is the running back, Ryan Smith, the senior. Incidentally, it's Owen Harney who is the quarterback. He actually called.
Keep them like that all night long, and it controls their playbook of what they're going to call.
Well, they're going to go 3 wide slot right here. Shotgun formation for Harney. And it will take the snap, and looks like a keeper and a hard hit, and breaking through that tackle is Harney across in the 20. I mean, he took a lick back in the 15, bounced off like a pinball, and got himself near the first down marker.
Yeah, and that was a good ball fake, too. If you notice, he faked it to the running back, and 2 linemen hit the running
number here, trying to fake Franklin out and question their positioning here.
Just short of about a yard, 3rd and short. So we'll see if the defense can get a stop here.
Again, they will try and run this one up the middle. A big
looks like
hole.
They're going to get it.
We'll see. We'll see where the spot is. I don't know.
That's a good spot.
I don't know.
Just short. Just short.
And you know it's fun. And once again, the running back was Ryan Smith. and they're going to spot it just shy of 21. So are they going to do a Minnesota Vikings trick like last?
They're
going
to go for it.
They're going to be Sean Payton-like and go for it. They're going to gamble. Your men against our men. 4th and a half a yard. Let's see if Harney can get through. They line people up. Now, wait a second. They tried to horn cat, and now a flag is down. That might be an illegal shift or a false start or a delay of game.
It was the running back. They're going to call it on the running back.
Yeah, it's a false start. You can't lean forward, and that's where your false start is.
Yeah, he came in motion.
So for Old Bridge, they end up going 3 and out. Franklin got a first down on their opening drive. Old Bridge goes 3 and out. We could be seeing some smash mouth football here.
Yeah, this is exactly how Franklin wants to start the game. You did well on offense. You didn't score, but you looked good. You came out on defense and you got
a very high snap drop by Corbin, and he throws it out for a safety. And white flag safety by Noah Corbin, who lost the snap. So rather than give up 6 points, they get 2.
And it should be a flag, and I don't see a flag because he threw it out of the end zone. That's illegal.
Well. And that I did not know.
Yes.
If that actually is the case.
He had the ball in his hand and he threw it out of the end zone. That should be a flag.
But did he have control of it?
He did. He grabbed control and he realized he was going to get tackled and he threw the ball.
That's a bizarre
I think that's
rule.
what they're talking about right now.
Well, we'll see. At the very least, it is 2-0.
Definitely
Franklin.
2, and we're waiting to see about the penalty. And that's what the coach is arguing. He's arguing that it should be a penalty because he threw it out of the end zone. Yes.
It would be called illegal batting.
That's correct.
And I would think not only would it be 2 points for the defense, but the penalty would be enforced on the free kick.
Yeah, and I didn't want to use the word illegal batting because he didn't bat it. He literally threw it out of the end zone.
Well, World Series Game 3 will be happening in an hour, but that's another type of batting. Anyway, head coach for Franklin High School, John Petskowski, just trying to get some clarification as to what went on, but I mean, that's one of those letter of the law things. All right, so for Noah Ratliff, unfortunately, the snap didn't work out, and now Andrew Vera will send a very short kickoff. It's a live ball, don't forget, taken at the 43 and mushed to about the 49-yard line. I believe that was a Surrey Bampo Perry, who's actually the kicker for Franklin, that moved the ball up about 6 yards. So Franklin with very nice field position and a 2-0 lead. Actually, the person that brought it up, Shwani Stewart, the sophomore, he was able to.
Exactly how Franklin wants to start. Everything's going their way right now.
Well, let's see what happens here. They're going to line up three wide slot left and run the ball again to McQuella, who crosses the midfield stripe, but he is not going any further than that. So they're going to give him 2 to the 49-yard line. So McQuella gets 2, and now they're in Old Bridge territory, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, so again,
ball out to him.
Yeah, I think it might be a little early right now, but if you keep sucking them in with this run, you might hit them with that a little bit.
Evenly divided receivers in a modified eye. They're going to throw a lateral, and the pass is caught. A missed tackle, McQuella. He'll go to 40, to the 30. Still got it!
Go.
The 20,
He's
the 10.
Go.
Good night! Welcome to the end zone! The speedy one himself, Donnell McQuella. 2 big plays in the second half 3 weeks ago, and now a 49-yard touchdown.
I didn't get a chance to say everything's going Franklin's way. Extra point. No good. It went wide to the left. Still too soon. She said it's the announcer, James Bacon. So the extra point is no good. Let's just say we had a touchdown.
National Guard tent before coming out to the sideline here. So, all right, here we go with the kickoff. Old Bridge will try this again. A nice kickoff, which will not be returned. Once it crosses the plane of the end zone, is an automatic. All right, back to action here. 1st and 10 for Old Bridge, down 8-0. As they start from the 20-yard line, of course, quarterback Owen Harney, the sophomore. And here's a handoff up the middle, and it's not.
He kept it.
He kept it. I'm going to be faked out quite a bit today.
He does a really good job with those ball fakes. You can't tell whether he's keeping it or not. That's a good job by the quarterback to be able to do that.
And
sure.
And sometimes they may not have the most accurate talent, but that hidden ball trick can always work. 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line as Harney will take it. And this time it's an easy handoff up the middle, and that'll be the first down of the game. And I believe that was Ryan Smith to the 31, a gain of 6. So Old Bridge at the 31-yard line. Harney in the shotgun. And remember, there's a lot of motion that goes on with these running backs, and that's why you see so much trickery going on. And this time they send Davion Fields in motion. Whoops.
Whistles.
No play.
Flag.
No play.
Flag on the play.
And it's a false start that will back up Old Bridge 5 yards to make it 1st and 15. Let me just sneak in this sponsor here. We're also brought to you by Tap Into Franklin Township, a local newspaper covering news, sports, police, fire, and government issues for Franklin Township. You got a receiver on each side. They may line up Fields in the slot, and it's actually going to be triple on the left side here.
Yeah.
Back to the left. Again, Fields goes in motion. No ball fake this time. Handoffs at the middle and diving maybe to about the 28-yard line. Ball came out after the whistle. So a gain of a yard, and right now, for the most part, Franklin's defense is holding pretty good.
Yeah, the key for their defense, right? Know what your job is, do your job, and rely on your teammates to do their job.
You're sounding too patriotic today. 2nd and 14 from the 27-yard line. They get Fields in motion again. Play
There's the
action
pass.
They're going deep left side, just over the head, and incomplete. That looked like Bryson Corbett, the senior, was the intended receiver that time, and it just went over his head. So now a 3rd and long for Old Bridge, and Franklin's defense has another chance.
Somewhere, but I don't think they're going to come out here and just open it up and throw, unless they feel like that's where they can take advantage.
All right, 3rd and 14. Let's see what happens here as Harney is back. He's going to throw another deep one, and it's incomplete. No flag on the play. That was intended for the senior, Eddie Nugent, and he went deep the first time and deep the second time. Tried both sides, didn't work. It's punting time for Old Bridge.
Yeah, good job by the defense. They were all back now.
Okay, so this time it will be punting time, and Noah Corbett will try again to handle the slap, and this one is much better, the snap. And the punt in the air, and probably going to take a bounce. Nobody it's going to be taken. This is always dangerous. And there's Taj
He's got a
Hyman.
spot. He's
Let's
got
see,
a wall.
He does, to the 40, to midfield, and taking out a beautiful tackle on the 47-yard line by the sophomore Jake McLevy. But there is a flag down to 43. It's going to come back anyway.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of those blindside blocks.
Or possibly an illegal block or hold or something.
Yeah, yeah, there it is. I mean, I get it. It's for safety reasons.
Just like the hurdle that Hyman had
right.
3 weeks ago.
Back when I played, that was a great block, 30 years ago.
All right, well, here's Gordon on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a handoff to McQuillan. Who's a big hold? He might be off and running to the 50, the 40. He's done it again. Welcome to the end zone. 72 yards. This man can't be stopped or contained for that matter. Franklin extends the lead thanks to the roadrunner legs of Donnell McQuilla.
Yeah, once he got through the line, there was nobody. I don't know if I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know if they sent the line back middle and just took off.
Did he ever? And right now, Old Bridge doesn't know what hit him.
Yeah, this is completely unexpected. But again, if you play as a team and you play well and you can keep the ball out.
Boy, what an amazing start with 1:50 left in the first. It's been the Donnell McQuilla show with 2 first-quarter touchdowns. Here's the kickoff. This is going to be returnable about the 3-yard line. Moving to about the 10. Oh, there's a big haul to the 30. This is trouble. Oh, a missed tackle. He slows him a little bit down to the 45-yard line. If he doesn't pull on this on the uniform, forget it. He's deciding to run towards 287.
Yeah, he slowed him up just enough for some help to get abilities and stay with it.
So 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Quarterback option.
And there he goes. Oh, this is a keeper to the 40, to the 30. He's still going down to the 20-yard line. That is Bryson Corbett, who is able to make a huge run out. And boy, did they need that. 34 yards all the way to Franklin 20, and no flags.
Yeah, hustle and get there.
All right, so for Old Bridge, first play in opponent territory here from the 20-yard line. Let's see what Harney calls. 1st and 10 from the 20. A high snap this time. He will keep the ball. He escapes to about the 15-yard line, and that's probably about it. So a gain of 5 that time. And I think in on that tackle was Isaiah McKenzie. He helped slow them down.
Yeah, again.
Quite a start for Franklin. Now they need to hold off this charge by Old Bridge. If they can do that, they can really keep the momentum here in this game. Horny in the shotgun, this unusual formation. Who gets
There's
it?
the
Oh,
option.
there's the option. That is Corbett crossing the 10 to the 5, and he, I believe, has a goal. He does. Welcome to the end zone. A 16-yarder for Bryson Corbett. You knew Old Bridge was going to come through at some point, and they just did with 38 seconds left in the
And see, but let's watch the extra point for now.
Well, we're seeing the most unusual, basically more like a traditional Michigan extra point setup here. It's called a swinging gate.
What is this, Hoosiers?
I have no idea what this is, but now they'll line up normally. Andrew Vera is the gentleman who will kick the extra point. He's a senior. Takes a snap, kick on its way, and it makes it 15 to 6, a 15-yard penalty in such a circumstance.
And again,
But
you know, I'm not saying he missed the call. It was a tough call because the player he was going to hurdle fell down, and then it didn't look like he hurdled him because he was already in the air when the guy fell.
Oh, it's going to be an onside kick. Recovered by Franklin to midfield strike.
Looks like that's number 51.
Nice awareness by Christopher Donald, the senior, who looked for the onside kick, and Donald was able to catch it. So Franklin gets the ball.
About that, right? But they're playing it in the spaces that they're supposed to be playing in, and they're doing a great job at it.
Okay, so it'll be 1st and 10 from midfield. Here's a handoff. No, it's a keeper this time. Kevin Gordon faked it to McQuilla, but instead took it himself and gains 2 to the 48-yard line. Looks like there's also a Franklin player shaken up.
Just tying his shoe, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm down when we switch sides. Now 2nd and 7 from the 47. Gordon the shotgunner. They're going to lateral it, and it is caught, taken to the 45-yard line by DeJohn Thomas. That was obviously backward.
That was
pass.
definitely backwards. From our angle, we could clearly see that this time. Yeah, he gained it 2 yards, but they're trying to get that ball out in space to their running backs. 110 at least.
Could very well be, but we'll see what the official stats are at the end of the game. 3rd and 5 from the 45. Here's Gordon with a shovel pass, a missed tackle, but a follow-up tackle. Noah Ratliff was the man, but he only got to the 42-yard line, so a good job by Old Bridge's defense anticipating that. And it looks like to be a yard and a third short. How about a run to Thomas, flea flick back to Gordon, and throw one to Hyman in the end zone?
Whatever works.
We'll see. 4th and a yard. Wait a minute. I think there was movement before the play. There was movement, or was there
delay a game?
No, delay a game.
Yep.
They couldn't get it off in time.
Well, now you got a kick.
Yeah, now you do. Old Bridge inside the 20. Davian Fields, who had a very nice return, which set up the touchdown score for Old Bridge on the last possession. He's standing at the 15-yard line.
He's got to angle this to the left side
They're
of the field.
And
that's what he did. Good job.
Oh, yeah, and down at about the 13-yard line. So a good job on the punt for Franklin. At least if you pin him inside the 20, you've done the job, and that was a 33-yard punt. Scored last time. Let's see what adjustments they make to see if they can slow this Old Bridge team down, because it's going to be a chess match now.
Yeah, now it's a game, right? Now you're in it, and your defense is playing well.
Oh, look out. Here's a handoff, and once again, that's Horny with the good old hidden ball trick,
yeah,
getting 12 to the 25.
And he broke 2 big tackles on that, too. So, you know, they're set on the last drive, and we gotta get a stop here.
Well, these ball magicians have been putting on quite a show here on these drives. Horny again. Does he keep? No, it's a handoff, and that's not going to work this time. It only goes to about the 26-yard line for a 1-yard pickup. It might have been Corbett that time. Couldn't tell because, I mean, there's so much movement around. It makes it very difficult to see who gets the ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's looks like it's time he gave it, and you see the results.
He's got quite a grip on the ball, too. Think about that.
The defensive line is playing really well right now. It's that ball fake.
Play action here on 2nd and 9. They're going to go deep in triple coverage, and it's incomplete. They tried to get the receiver open in Avery Rodriguez, the junior, and he was in triple coverage, and it was not a good percentage play there, but Franklin looked like they were showing a
Old Bridge side. They're thinking they shouldn't lose this game.
Well, the fans are chanting defense on the Franklin sideline here. 3rd and 9 from the 26. They'll go play action again. Going back is Horny. He again's going to go deep. Will he get it this time? No, incomplete. And there are no flags down. 0 for 4 is Horny from the passing game.
Spoke about earlier. Their timing's a little bit off, and then the receivers are open. They just can't get them the ball. And I think that's a little bit out of their game plan right now.
Okay, so punting time here. This is Corbett with the punt, and it's a short one. Aimed to the sideline. Takes a neutral bounce. Stay away. It'll go out of bounds at the 46 and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, out 752-3000 extension 288, or you can email him lmiller@greenbrookauto.com. All right, Franklin ball, they're going to spot the 46-yard line, so I think a 28-yard punt, I would say. Gordon's going to get the handoff, and McQuilla is able to spring out from maybe 3 to the 49-yard line before taken down by Elijah Mack, the senior.
Yeah.
If you're checking in here on HSG Network, make sure you follow HSG Network for all the action. Of course, Franklin High School stuff and many other events coming up. Here on second down, here's a handoff and a nice tackle down to the 49-yard line. Only a 2-yard pickup that time, and it was DeJohn
21,
Thomas.
yeah.
And a good tackle by the senior, Jonathan.
Bit of a rest. They've been playing well. You got to get this first down and keep this clock moving and get your defense some air.
So it is 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line. Go I formation, only one receiver. Gordon back, he's going to pass. And he's going to throw one deep. He's going to take a shot. And it's knocked away, incomplete. And guess who it was intended for? Taj Hyman.
Yeah, he had him. He had him. The ball was just a little tiny bit off, a little bit behind him.
Here for Franklin, and just didn't quite work. Hey, sometimes you got to take chances.
That's right. Listen, if that ball's 1 foot more to the front of the receiver, that's a touchdown because the defender wouldn't have been able to touch it.
Bampo Perry will try and punt. And now, wait a second. They didn't set the ball in play, or is there a penalty?
I didn't see a flag, but the referees are.
Substitution violation against what color it is.
Yeah, I just didn't see it. That's why I wasn't sure if it was a penalty or something else.
Drop it at your feet. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, maybe we just didn't see it.
All right, well, it's going to be a punt anyway for Bampo Perry. Let's see if he can get his leg on for a goodie here. Good snap. They try and come in. It's a low-line drive. Be taken about the 18-yard line. Oh,
throw the flag.
They had definitely an illegal block there. And another one going out about to the 28-yard line. I mean, that was so obvious that time.
He tried to stop, but there was no way he was going to stop. He was running at full speed. He ran him right over.
And sometimes that happens, but it's going to be half the distance to the goal or a 10-yard penalty depending on where the infraction happened. I would have another potential nail-biter. So as expected, Old Bridge will start from about the 9.5-yard line, 1st and 10. Will this be a keeper? No, it's a handoff around the corner. That is Fields, and Fields, I think, has dropped down at about the 13-yard line. It's only a 4-yard pickup, and Franklin wasn't fooled too much there.
Yeah, he looked like it was
Let's see what Old Bridge tries to come up with. Remember, it's only one score game at 15-7, but it is early. They crunch the formation. It's a keeper. It's an option. And it's going to be a big hole to the 20, to the 30. This is trouble. To midfield, to the 40. A cutback. Oh, and this guy almost broke. Almost having his shirt extended about 5 feet in all directions down to the 30-yard line. Ends up being a 56-yard run for Bryson Corbett and a first
here and try and get that taken care of.
And now Old Bridge is making the big chunk plays here. 1st and 10 now from the Franklin 30-yard line. They're going to go 3 wide slot left, but now they send Fields in motion. It's going to be a keeper. And taken down is Hawney at the 25-yard line, so gain of 5 on the play. Right now, Franklin a little bit on its heels because Old Bridge has gotten the momentum for sure.
Yeah, defense has been out there for a while there, a little bit better than they've been the last couple plays.
All right, here we go, 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Let's see what they decide to do here. Ball fake. No, it's a handoff, and no, down to the 20-yard line. So there's so many things going on at once that Old Bridge really confuses the issue. But whoever got the run down,
because that's what's working for them. The run up the middle hasn't been that great so far. We'll see what they do.
All right, here we go on 3rd and a yard from the 21-yard line. It's a handoff up the middle, exploding inside the 10, down to the 6.
Yeah, he
15 yards on that play. I mean, Ryan Smith was shot out of the cannon that time, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, there was a big pile
at the 5. So right now, Franklin defense on its heels here. Fans yelling for defense.
There's the sweep.
There's the sweep, and here comes
holding,
and going down out of bounds at the 10-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play, if anything. So if you think about this, even if there was a hold, now you got second and goal at the 10 versus first and goal potentially at the 15.
Yeah, it was a good play. They strung them out.
And will not appear on our halftime show, but you will see the Franklin High School Marching Warriors during halftime, so please make sure you stay around for that. Second and goal from the 10-yard line. Let's see what Horny does this time. It's a handoff. Not much, if anything.
Good job by the defensive line. Great job.
And I'll tell you who you give credit to. That is Abdul Matthews, the senior, who was able to bring down Smith down.
Going into halftime, carrying momentum.
And you still have a couple timeouts left to use when you get the ball, too.
That's correct.
All right, Horny on third and goal. A play action. He's looking. Oh, he has a man wide open, and that's a goal. An easy one. Finally, a completed pass, a 10-yard touchdown to Bryson Corbett, and Old Bridge is within 2. You knew that the play action was going to work.
Scrimmage and turn it up, and the outside receiver just does a quick slant. That corner's got to make a decision. Do I go with the quick slant? Do I get the receiver coming down the line? Usually they go with the quick slant, and that leaves that receiver wide open for the touchdown.
All right, Vera ready for the extra point, but the official said, wait a second. Oh, it's an offside call against Franklin. So now here's the question. Half the distance kick again or try and go for 2? He refused it. So
they did decline it. I might have took it and went for it, especially with the way we've been moving the ball up and down the field right now.
It'll be DiNardo to hold the extra point for Vera. The snap, kick on its way, and he gets it. So it's now a 1-point game. 15 to flip. They're going to keep the momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, what you don't want to do here is go 3 and out and let them get the ball back and score again before you go into halftime. You got to be able to try and score, but also don't let them get the ball back.
A short kickoff to the 30-yard line, going down to about the 42. So that's where Franklin will start. I mean, I kind of wonder why they do that. Ashwani Stewart, the sophomore, was the one who returned it. So Franklin, they can both do damage. So 1st and 10, they're going to spot at the 41, actually. So it was an 11-yard kickoff return. Gordon pitches this one out. Speaking of Hyman, has one.
Oh, he cuts back the other way.
Cross the midfield.
He's got blockers.
40, let's see.
And
to the
speed.
30, the 20, the 10.
He's going to go.
Oh, he got horse collar.
And he got horse collared. There's the flag. So they're going to tack that on.
Well, it's not going to be much, but Taj Hyman just gained over 50 yards. We're going to see where they spotted about the 9-yard line.
They're
and
calling
they may
it the
top
9. And I guess that's 2 missed calls tonight, right?
Well, anyway. And now a flag is thrown for an illegal sub against Franklin. You got to worry more about that than a horse collar.
Wow, that is horrible.
Wow. Well, it ends up being 1st and goal. See what Franklin does. They got to do something here. So I'm holding the wrong sheet here. All right, here we go. A play fake. Here's a handoff. Moving to about the 12, 11-yard line. A whole bunch of Old Bridge Knights come charging in like the Renaissance and end up pushing him back. DeJohn Thomas.
Situation for Franklin.
2nd and goal from the 12-yard line. They're going to even the receivers up. Gordon throws, pass caught, McQuilla to about the 10, maybe the 9-yard line, but that's about it for a gain of 3. So 3rd and goal. Now keep this in mind. You got Bampo Perry, who can kick field goals.
Yes.
So 3rd and goal. Let's see what Gordon does. Evenly dividing the receivers. And now wait a minute. Are they going to call a timeout?
Timeout Franklin.
Yes, 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Again, modified eye, evenly dividing the receivers. Let's see what Gordon does. He'll take the snap. He's looking. Has some time. He's going to take a shot. It is tapped and incomplete.
Yeah, he had, he held the ball a little too long there. If we get to see the replay, I don't know how he's going to cue it up for us.
But so, all right, here's Bampo Perry to try a 26-yard field goal. The snap, kick on its way. He got it. Kick is good with 26 seconds till halftime, and Franklin extends the lead to 18-14. Now, let's keep one thing in mind. This half's not over. Knowing the magic, I'm trying to think, as you had a very discretional option in regards to the situation here. So let's see what they decide to do here on the kickoff here, and there it goes. It's actual kickoff.
Yeah, and
and
it's going to go into the
return
end zone.
It'll be a touchback.
And that's fine. That's okay. We'll take that.
That's what it looks like they're doing, which is very surprising. Now, they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
And that's probably why they're doing it. They know they're getting the ball, and no reason to maybe turn over the ball and get a score by Franklin.
And Franklin can't stop the clock anyway,
Right.
so we might as well go down and get a hot
Yeah,
chocolate
that's
here. So your first half, Frank, when Franklin forced 4 of those. So let's see what happens here in the second half. Of course, here from the Franklin Reporter and Advocate broadcast booth, the Franklin Reporter, 8 villages, 1 community. And here we go with the second half kickoff. And this will sail over the head of the return guy. It says, never mind, we'll put it in the end zone for a touchback. And Old Bridge begins from the 20-yard line. Let me go ahead. Of course, associated by Joseph Mara and Kathleen Hoiker. And so many others. We have 3 flag trainers here. And then we have the handoff, meanwhile, on the left side. And bouncing off tackles down to about the 26-yard line is Ryan Smith. Let's go down the list, continuing on. The flag trainers, Steve La Regina, Jane Moline, and Colleen Smith, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'll tell you one thing, he could have been down for a couple of times, so he just kept going. I mean, you keep playing until the whistle. And here's a handoff, not going to work this time. Only a 2-yard gain to the 28-yard line. Good stop that time by Noah Ratliff.
Yeah, so on that first down, you saw he did go up the middle. The lineman stood him up at the line.
Some excitement in the air here in Somerset. Now the defense trying to stop a 3rd and 2 from the 28-yard line as Horney. It's a handoff up the middle. That's going to be a first down to the 31-yard line. Once again, Ryan Smith. He's had all 3 carries so far. Now, Horney is not the passer, but keep in mind he's only thrown 5 passes, completed 1, and that was a 10-yard touchdown.
5 times, so I expect to see a heavy dose of run here in the second half.
Okay, once again, Horney in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 31. This is a play action, and that pass is caught. That is Corbett crossing the 40, and once again, that elastic uniform going down to the 49-yard line for a gain of 18 and a first down. So I guess they heard our commentary and they decided, let's complete a second pass.
Yeah, so now they're going to...
If they weren't complete, they wanted to make sure that the threat was there, even though it wasn't successful.
Yeah, kind of keep them honest.
All right, receiver on each side, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line as Old Bridge, who has not led in this game, looking to take the lead. And is this going to be a play fake? No, a handoff that does not work. Ends up being a 1-yard loss, and leading the charge that time, Abdul Matthews is, 2nd and 11 now from the 48-yard line. As once again the shotgun is Horney. It's going to be a pass. Throw to the left, and it's incomplete. A little bit wide of Davian Fields, the intended receiver. But now Franklin's defense got a chance to get off the field here. 3rd.
Them a lot of momentum moving forward.
And you can't promise it being a pass either, because they run the ball very well a lot of the time. Here is Horney back faking, going deep, single coverage, and incomplete. It would not have mattered. Looking like getting tangled with Taj Hyman was the intended receiver, trying to see.
About 10 yards behind and outside him.
Well, they got the dangerous two, McQuilla and Hyman, back to return to punt, but be careful of the fake just in case. But it's not going to happen. It's a short punt. I don't think it's going to be returnable, and it takes a Franklin bounce. Get away from it. And oh, my goodness, you talk about the wrong way to top spin. It top spun its way back to the 42. We're going to go even receivers here in the modified I. 1st and 10 from the 42. First possession of the second half, and it's going to be a run. And McQuilla slammed on the brakes and gets shoved down by a wave of tacklers at the 44-yard line for a gain of 2. I mean, that was really hitting the brake. The humidity is up there. Even if it's not raining, I'm sure the dew point's kind of throwing a little
100%, that is correct.
Here's 2nd and 8. Will this be a handoff again? Yes, it is, and it's not going to be for much. In fact, it's going to be a loss of a yard down to the 43-yard line. They decided to give a try to Isaiah McKenzie, the junior, and he just couldn't come through with it. So a 3rd and 9 now for Franklin. And let's see if Franklin, ever since the first quarter, there hasn't been too much going on for Franklin. They'll triple the right, 3rd and 9. Gordon rolls to his right, looking. He's going to lob one.
Got
and
it.
The pass
he
is
got it.
for a
And
first
he
down.
could
He's
go.
in reverse gears to the 40. He'll get to at least the 30-yard line and get thrown down to 26. And there are no flags. A 31-yard pass, beautifully done to Isaiah Kinsler, the senior, and it's a first down for Franklin. A big offensive play on 3rd and 9.
Great play call by the coach. He had that perfectly designed to get in space and make plays, and that's what he did.
It was Hyman on the catch, sorry. 1st and 10. They're going to spot at the 27-yard line. This time it's a run and a fake to about the 25-yard line. I believe that was Deshaun Thomas, and he was able to get a couple on the play. So it forces a 2nd and 8 going up the middle here. So
Old Bridge is doing a good job stopping that middle run. More passing in here because it looks like they can move the ball a little bit with the passing.
Okay, 4 receivers evenly divided. 2nd and 8 from the 25. A low snap. Calling his number is Gordon. He's going to lob it for the end zone. It is. I believe it's caught. Is it?
At the 6-inch line, they're going to say he was down before he went into the end zone.
Oh, my goodness. That almost was an unbelievable catch. I hope we are able to get a replay of this at some point. Here we go, 1st and goal. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a quarterback sneak. Wait. There's a flag. Hold on a second.
What do we got?
Watch, it's probably a false start on Franklin or something. That's what it looks
Yep.
like. Yep, false start on Franklin. And some
So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. So they're still in good shape. They just got to make it work now.
they need to score. It's that simple.
100%.
Here's a handoff up the middle, crossing
He's
through.
gonna get in.
I think he will.
Oh,
or
he's
no,
close.
he's going to be waved back at the 1-yard line.
Looks like they're at the right back where they started at like the 6-inch line again. So we'll see here with 2nd and inches if they can get it in.
Isaiah McKenzie with a carry that time.
Yeah,
But
listen, it worked on the last one except for the penalty, right? So do it again. Why not?
while they're going I formation, Gordon under center. Does he try to sneak? He does. Does he get in?
He's
Does
in.
he get in? No signal, no
He's
signal.
in.
He is! Welcome to the end zone. Come on, Gordon. Make sure of it this time from 1 yard out. And Franklin is able to extend their lead. And now, Bampo Perry for the extra point. The snap, kick on its way.
Good.
25-14. Franklin has a double-digit lead again. Old Bridge Avid's game unless they do what they did at the end of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, there's 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so Old Bridge has got plenty of time. And no need to panic. But we saw them panic in the 1st half, so who knows what's going to happen here?
A kickoff in the end zone for a touchback, so Old Bridge starts at the 20. Go ahead, Frank.
It looks like, we
In past years, I mean, called episode 4, New Hope. And for Franklin Township so far, it's looking pretty good. But we still have another 16 minutes to play. 1st and 10 from the 20. Horny on play action, throws in the middle.
Right up the
right
middle.
down the middle. I knew this was going to happen. To midfield, to the 40, to 30, and nobody's going to get him. Welcome to the end zone from 80 yards out. I told you it wasn't over. Boy, that'll really bump the stats up for quarterback Owen Hall. 7. It was just a rough day altogether. They're going to go for 2 here, and probably a good time for it. And wait a minute, they blow it dead. A false start against Old Bridge. So the conversion now they'll try from the 8. But they won their last 2 games by a combined 3 points, and now they're going to go for the extra point. So they're going to try and make it a 4-point game right here. The snap and the 25-yard extra point is still down the middle and good to make it 25-21 Franklin. We have a game here. Remember, it only took 11 seconds for Old Bridge to score. So
in a minute.
11 seconds.
That's exactly what Franklin cannot let them do, right? We gotta control the clock. You gotta keep the ball away from them, and if they're gonna score, make them work hard for it. And they got it. They got it. Looks like he touched it before it went 10 yards.
It's before the 50. It's before the 50, so it shouldn't count.
Yeah, they're discussing it now. One ref saying one side of the 50, the other ref saying the other side of the 50.
And they're on the Old Bridge side of the 50, so it should be Franklin ball.
That's
and
correct.
They're spying at the 49-yard line.
Yep.
So
he didn't let it cross the line. He was close, but he didn't let it cross.
And now the officials are going to have a discussion.
Fine. But what you want is to drive down the field, move the chains, and score here.
A low snap on 1st down. They're going to hand off to McQuilla, who'll get up the middle to about the 47, so a gain of 3 on the play. And crazy shouts, by the way, to Justin Duarte, who just about getting into our heads thinking onside kick in the 3rd quarter. Well, think about this. Old Bridge did try.
I think what the coach is saying is, I trust my defense, and I'm going to kick this onside kick, and if you get it, oh, well, I'm still going to stop you.
They'll triple the right. Here's a 2nd down handoff. Crossing the 45 to the 43 is Deshaun Thomas. So that sets up a manageable 3rd and 3 as the clock runs down. Just a little bit over 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. And for
You got to keep that clock moving. You got to keep moving down the field. Do not let them get the ball back and nurse this lead to a win.
all right, on 3rd and 4, it's a keeper, and there's a pass caught, taken to 25 and thrown down to 24, a first down. A great job on the part of, I believe that was Noah Ratliff, who made the grab for a gain of 18. It moves the chains. Franklin gets the first down. I was just going to say. So.
Correct. And this is what we were talking about earlier, that Franklin has been able to move the ball with the pass. And if that's what they're going to do, these little short passes, then that's fine and get the sticks moving.
2 receivers on the right. They hand it up the middle, crossing
Nice
the
run,
20.
nice
Still
run.
going and down to about the 17-yard line. So a nice pickup on the play. We're going to say maybe 7 or so.
Yeah,
They're going to give him 8.
2nd and 2 from looks like the 17.
Call Gordon's number here at some point in this series.
Yeah, and they've kind of wrapped him up a little bit here in the second and third
handoff,
quarter.
and it goes up the middle to about the 12, maybe the 11.
Enough for the first.
Indeed,
Yeah,
a 6-yard
for sure.
pickup, and I think that was think it was McKenzie.
32.
Yep, it was McKenzie.
Moving the ball, you're looking good on offense. Continue moving, get this touchdown, go back up by 2 scores.
Gordon under center on 1st and 10. It's a handoff. And getting inside the 10, and I'll tell you right now, that offensive line is working numbers here, down to about the 7-yard line. That might have been Thomas again.
They're pushing hard. The offensive line is definitely pushing hard. They're moving bodies. They're making holes. And they're starting to find those holes and get in there.
And they're rotating backs. McQuilla in this time. 2nd and 7. Handoff up the middle to McKenzie. He keeps plowing his way to the 5, and let's see where they spot the 1.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
they're
going to be
gonna-
1st and goal.
1st and goal. Looks like they're marking it at the 1.
But now, who is basically the hidden ball magician for the club. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1 from the 2. Gordon will hand it off to McKenzie, and let's see where they spot it. He might have the first down at the 1.
It's going to be close.
That is going to be close. Now, they can ask for a measurement if they want. It really depends on the spot of the ball.
Yeah, let's see where they're putting it. He's got the spot. I can't tell from this angle.
Yeah, they're going to bring the
mistake. No fumble, no offsides, things like that. This is what we can't have right now.
Let's not be premature. 1st and goal from the 1. Gordon with the sneak.
He got it.
Dizzy
He got it.
Yes! Welcome to the end zone for the 2nd time. Come on, Gordon. Come on in. His 2nd touchdown of the 2nd half. Franklin gets the double-digit lead again, and now you can get the sirens going.
I think that's it. They used it.
In for a 2nd score. Bampo Perry for the extra point. The snap, a low kick, but it's still good. And it's 32-21, a 2-score game. There you guys go with 11-7.
The game for Franklin right now. You're back up to a 2-score lead. You're in the 4th quarter. Your defense has got to come through here. And if anything, don't let them score on a quick play. If they're going to score,
careful.
let them come all the way down, out of bounds.
Goes
Kick
out of bounds. That's not good because that will give Old Bridge the ball. I think game last year, which Franklin beat Old Bridge in. So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Owen Honey, the sophomore at quarterback, has tripled the left side here. He'll keep it play action, looks, throw up the middle, and that is incomplete. It was in a little bit of traffic intended for the senior Eddie Nugent, but he couldn't quite get his hands on it. Now keep in mind that even though the percentage has not been good.
Was on his man. The ball was a little bit behind him, but that's what we want. We want to see the defense up in the face and keeping them close.
Same
we don't want to see a
formation.
wide receiver flying down the field.
A handoff up the middle, and it's not going to be for too much, down to about the 37-yard line. So that forces a 3rd and 8 coming up for Old Bridge. And once again, that was Ryan Smith, and Ryan's had a couple nice runs here. And
I think Old Bridge is getting out of their game again. I think they're a little bit on the panic side right now.
3 wide slot left here on 3rd and 8 from the 37. Back is Honey with a
Oh.
pass, and it nearly
Wow.
was intercepted. The pass incomplete in time for Bryson Corbett. Noah Ratliff got in the way of it. It's 3 and out for Old Bridge. Now what? Now remember, you got.
You want to look for it, right? As a defensive unit out on the field right now, you're looking for a fake punt. Don't worry about the kick. Don't worry about the return. Worry about them trying to fake it and get this first down. That's the biggest thing you need to watch right now.
That's a very good point. That's always a possibility. There's a snap. They're going to kick it, though. And let's see if it's going to be returnable. Oh, it's going to go into the hands of – oh, and it was touched!
No.
It was touched!
No.
And picked up at about the 20-yard line. Now, there's no score. There is no score. Now, why did Taj Hyman try to do that?
No reason.
Because he
no
touches
reason
it,
at
and
all.
Oldbridge ends up recovering. Remember, they recovered the spot on the muff. There is no advance because there was no change of possession at that point. So for Oldbridge, they just got an enormous tough break.
Now you're asking your defense to get back out on the field and stop them down in your own end.
Well,
big task.
Let's see what happens. They did it before, but can they do it again? 1st and 10 from the 17. And there is the handoff. Bouncing to the right, to the 10. Oh, that's going to be so painful as far as Taj Hyman is concerned because this ends up being the result. Welcome to the end zone. This time it's Ryan Smith from 17 yards. And just like that, what a swing in momentum in this game. Just a few seconds, and they are going to go for 2 because remember, it's a 5-point game. A 2 makes it a 3-point game. So even if they end up with a false start penalty, I'm sure they're going to still try and go for 2 here. Wow. But
get rid of it, forget about it, worry about it later on. After the game's over, you can review and figure out what went wrong.
All right, here we go into 2-point conversion. Going back, they're going to throw a shot. It's no good, incomplete. And no flag is down. Nice if we see a retribution here.
That would be nice. Hopefully that's what happens. But if it doesn't, you got to be able to play smart here and kill the clock. There's the squib
there's
kick.
Another squib kick, but that one is going to be taken. And this is Hyman. Hyman will get to about the 34, and a good tackle on the part of Sergino Dano, who has been very active in this second half. Remember, he was the one who recovered the muff punt, which led to the last touchdown by Ryan Smith. So here's what we got. 1st and 10 for Franklin at the 34-yard line. You got 10.
Can't have any mental mistakes. No penalties, no offsides, no false starts, things like that. Gotta play smart football right now.
3 wide slot left. They go here on 1st and 10 from the 34. Gordon will take the snap. It's a handoff on him. That's McQuella crossing the 40, and he makes a man miss. 45, still going 47-yard line. A 13-yard pickup. McQuella moves to 6. That's a nice way to start the drive after disaster struck.
That's his best run since the first quarter, so that's nice.
Could we see McQuella be used more? In fact, he's going to be used as one of the receivers, 3 wide slot right. And Gordon will be taking a snap. You're going to call handoff crossing midfield, 45, 42-yard line.
Looks like he got it.
Yep,
they're gonna give
Deshaun
it to him.
Thomas. He got to the 41, another 11. And Franklin getting some gaping holes out here. And again, another first down. Touchdown to 2 on Oldbridge's part. Let's see what happens here. 3 wide slot right again. 1st and 10 from the Oldbridge 41. It's a handoff. Oh, it's not going to work out this time. McQuella, I believe that. I think it was No, it was not McQuella. I'm sorry. Oh,
number 12.
Yeah,
Yeah,
McQuella.
number 12.
He ends up losing a yard on the play. For some reason, I was looking at Deshaun Parks-Clark, who was lined up on the far side. We'll get to that momentarily. 2nd and 10.
Franklin spreading them out here.
Let's see from the 41. It's a pass. Gordon looking, throws right, caught by
Stay in
Hyman.
bounds.
He does stay in bounds, and he'll cross the 35 and thrown out of bounds at the 34, and that's where they're going to spot it, I think, at the 35. So at least a manageable 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, this is
Simo and Ed Gladney joining in here. Crazy shots to you guys. Hope you're well. 3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line. 1 receiver to the right. They go heavy.
Oh,
and
fumble.
a drop ball, but Gordon fell on it.
Wow.
At the 41, and I'll tell you what, the Franklin coaching staff has got to be incensed about this because now this is going to force a punting situation. Try and punt him like around the 10-yard line if they possibly can. Got to have all good execution, but the officials blow the whistle. That might be delay a game. It is. They're going to back him up 5 more. And I wonder if that was done intentionally just so they could get a little bit more room.
And use up every second of the clock, right?
Which is possible. Now, remember that Oldbridge has not used the timeout yet, so they have all 3.
The punter's head here. The returner is all the way on the close side hash marks. He's got to kick it to the wide side of the field.
And that's what he's doing, but it's going to be a fair catch. Oh, wait. And then he moved, but way fair catch.
I think he was trying to get out of the way of the defender because he thought he was going to hit him, but the defender pulled up. He was just kind of moving out of his way.
Okay, so
but again, you got to kick that ball.
Gut check time on both sides of the ball here. Here we go on 1st and 10. It's a handoff at the middle, a nice tackle at the 15-yard line. I believe that was Nnamdi James, the senior, who brought down the back, but ends up being a gain of 3, so 2nd and 7.
Big
back, the sophomore, leading the unbeaten Old Bridge Knights, trying to keep that streak unbeaten. 2nd and 7 for the 15. He's in the shotgun right now. Takes a snap, calls his number, floats out, pass is caught at about the 20, and it's going to be a first down all the way down to about the 27, 28-yard line. The tackle was inbound, so they will restart the clock. And it looked like that was Davion Fields with the catch, so a gain of 13 on the play.
This is okay.
Controls its own destiny right now, and Franklin has to stop it. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Hawley under center this time. Now he backs up, and what do we have? Timeout called. So it's 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Hawley will line up in the shotgun. They're going to go probably with a 4 receiver set. Let's see what happens. Here's an option pass to Corbett. Corbett crosses the 30. I thought there was movement before the snap.
I thought so too. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure, but now that you said it, I saw the same thing. It looked like the side closest to us might have moved somewhere.
But I think the movement was backward and not forward, and that's
50 left, and they got to go 65 yards here.
And
so we'll see what the defense can do now.
All right, 2nd and 3 from the 35. Hawley looking over, 3 wide slot left here. A high snap, whistles blow. Whistles blow. Another timeout called by. Have to see what develops here. Let's get out of the dark room and see 2nd and 3 from the 35. Hawley in the shotgun. He'll take it himself. Missed tackle, but he goes down to the 39. It's going to be a first down.
They're going to mark him at the 40 for a first down.
Yeah, so it's a gain of 5. He faked in, kept it himself, and there's a Franklin player that's shaken up on the play. And that might be, Nnamdi James. That might be the 1st and 10 now for Old Bridge at their own 40. Let's see what happens here. As Hawley will take the snap, keeps it back, throws it the middle, passes incomplete. It was a little bit low intended for Bryson Corbett. I mean, he had him.
It was short and low, and that was the same play they scored on that long touchdown earlier, where they
this game, and that came on the muff punt earlier in this quarter. Otherwise, it's been very cleanly played. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Hawley. Oh, a handoff up the middle, not going to work.
Stood up, great job.
And the whistle blew. Ryan Smith, he ran into a wall, and that was the senior Marcus Estevez, and that forces a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he stepped right into him. And
part one.
Part one, exactly.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 from the 40.
He's audibling at the line there to the receiver.
Well, let's see what he does. Hawley in the shotgun, takes the snap.
Option.
There's your option. Crossing the 45, that's all they got. That's all they got. And he kept in bounds, so now with 3.5 left. Yeah, 3.5.
Tonight, everything lies on this play right here. This is the game.
Well, we'll see. 4th and 5. Wait a sec.
Timeout by Franklin. They're going to use their last one.
Wow, they're going to use their last timeout here. So 3:02.
Comments, people.
Well, let's see 4th and 5 from the 45 as Hawley in the shotgun. They line up heavy on the right. Takes the snap, and they do pitch it out, and he's got me, I think, stopped.
Nope. Oh, he got it.
Oh, my goodness.
They had him stopped, and he got away.
How did he get away? I mean, we have seen white uniforms.
Stop him. They had him stopped. He slipped away and got the first down.
Well, it's not over yet. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line.
And they're going to keep running this option. That's why they got the 2 wings in there.
They're going to try again.
Pass.
Oh, it's a halfback option. And a throw deep down the side is
caught.
Oh, a one-handed catch to the 10, the 5, out of bounds there. How did he make that catch? But there's a flag down.
There's a flag back at the 45 of Old Bridge. Let's see what the call is.
And they're going to call roughing the passer, and the passer was the running back.
Wow.
I have never seen that before. I thought they were protecting the quarterback. They protect the running back too?
Wow. Wow.
It's going to be after distance to goal anyway left, so it is up to up to Oldbridge.
Now you need that turnover. This is where you need the turnover that we talked that one of the fans for the HSG network posted. This is where you need that turnover.
And here is a handoff, and
He's
I
in.
believe a score. Yes, it is.
He kept it himself.
Unbelievable. Owen Harney has run in from 2 yards out, and for the first.
5 guys looking over at the sideline, spread out on the field. The coach was yelling something.
Here it is. Back to pass is Harney looking. He throws it, and it is
Incomplete.
incomplete. So here it is, folks.
Ball down the field. You got 1:49 left, plenty of time.
And I don't think they're going to onside kick this.
I don't know. I think they might be afraid of the returners.
Well,
no, they kicked it deep.
And let's see if Taj Hyman, he catches it at the 4. Can he make some retribution here? He'll come around to the 20. Oh, and he's hit up high at the 23, but no flag, and that's where Franklin's going to start.
Yeah, they're marking it at the 25, so they got to go about.
I got here late, so I couldn't tell. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. Gordon in the shotgun, low snap, takes it, has time, throws right, pass is caught, and it
to the
is
40. Get on the ball.
That's okay. It's a first down. It stops the clock.
Time.
That's exactly what they're doing, Frank.
He's going to spike it, kill the clock. Good job.
And that's what. And you're allowed to do that in high school?
Yes.
I thought you couldn't.
You
must be
you can't do it from shotgun.
Okay, I just wanted to make.
See these, out patterns, things to the sideline. Unless you can hit the big home run, then you go for it,
Here's
right?
Gordon with the snap. He's got to go sideline pass, incomplete. And again, Taj Hyman, the intended receiver, just couldn't get it. So now you got 2 shots to get 10 yards. 3rd and 10.
High school, the hash marks are even wider than pro, so you really don't have a lot of room out there. I don't know why they're not going to the wide side of the field.
It's the same as college. 3rd and 10 from the 40. Here's Gordon with the snap. He's under a rush, and he gets stripped down at the 32. Coming in on the blitz, number 9, Andrew Vera. Not only does he kick extra points, but playing it's down to this. 4th and 17. They got to make it or it's over. Gordon with the snap. He's looking, has time, looks. Going to take a shot downfield. It's going to be too high, and it's incomplete. And it happened again.
Wow. And he had the post coming from the far side of the field across the middle, and he pump faked it too.
It was a very hard-fought game, and this has got to be devastating for Franklin. But you just got to remember, you think about next year, you learn from it, and you could be a threat in this particular league.
Yeah, that's what you want to see from a program going forward. So this again is going to be another loss for Franklin, but it's a learning experience.